From Universal Studios, Hollywood, the Samuel Goldwyn Company presents American Gladiators. Selected from a nationwide search, 20 men and women have come to Hollywood to challenge our force of American gladiators for a single honor, to become American Gladiators champions. Now, here are your American Gladiators: Gemini, Lace, Nitro, Gold, Laser, Blaze, Thunder, Ice, Turbo, and Diamond. The host for American Gladiators, Mike Hadley, and his co-host, Larry Zonka.
Welcome to our arena, stage 27 here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Glad you could join us for this edition of the American Gladiators. Hi, everyone. I'm Mike Adamley, along with NFL Hall of Famer, that old powerhouse fullback from the Miami Dolphins, number 39, Mr. Larry Zonka.
Hi, Mike. How you doing?
Today, it's all on the line. This is our final round, and Larry, along the way, we have had many highs and lows. We have seen exuberance. We have witnessed frustration on the part of the contenders. Today's spectacle should include all of that and more, including a cash dash. There's going to be a lot of money on the line.
Absolutely. It's like any other season, any other athletic season. There's a lot of ups and downs through the course of the thing. But now we're into the conference championships. We're one step from the big one, and the long green goes on the line. The winner takes away $10,000, the loser $5,000. Now, where I come from, that's motivation, Mike.
That's motivation, and that's some big-time money for these contenders. Let's meet them for this final round.
In our women's final, please welcome back Deena Telley of Norman, Oklahoma, a microbiologist. And her opponent, Dorann Cumberbatch of New York City, a teacher for the language impaired. In the men's final, this is Scott Dieter of Huntington Beach, California, a mechanical engineer. And his opponent, Craig Branham of Canyon Country, California, a rodeo cowboy.
Dorann, anybody who has seen you perform on the American Gladiators to date in the prelims, the quarters, and the semifinals know that you are one terrific athlete. My question to you is, this is the first time you have ever been clad in blue. You've pulled your hair back a little bit. That's another first. I hope you're not superstitious, are you?
No, I'm not superstitious. Superstition's all in the mind.
Have you ever been in a situation where you've competed actually for money?
No, I haven't.
Have you made any plans from what you might do with the prize winnings?
No, I don't think that far ahead. I think event by event.
That's what got you here so far. Continue to do so. Good luck today, Dorann. I know you've played for big money before, team roping. There's a lot of cash prizes in the sport of rodeo, so this is not new territory for you, Craig.
Well, that's right, Mike, except in rodeo, you have to put up money before you go out in the arena. Here, you just got to put your body out there and hope for the best.
To borrow from that old golf saying, you drive for show, and in this event, you joust for dough. Good luck today, both of you. Larry?
Deena, you've been a spark plug of enthusiasm around here, not just for yourself, but even for the Gladiators, the other contenders. You've trained with a football strength coach from Oklahoma. You were out this morning working with the Marines on the pugil sticks. You got to feel like you're ready.
Yeah, I took a lot of time, and a lot of people gave me their time for me to get ready to come here, and I think they're going to be glad that I've made it to the finals, and I just got one more show to get through, and hopefully they'll be really happy when I get home. They did a pretty good job of helping me.
Have you thought about the money? Have you spent any of that money in your mind?
Spending money's never been a problem of mine, Larry, and I think I just better wait and see when I get home what I'm going to do with it.
Okay. Scott, you've been through this thing, and we talked about the bumps and the bruises. A couple of occasions you've had a little hanging flesh. The last time you finished the Eliminator, you had some pretty sore knees. Are you all healed up, ready to go?
Well, I'll tell you, I can feel a lot of the punishment I took from that semifinal round. I think my bloody knees have been kind of a symbol of the way I play out here. But I saw the Gladiators backstage, and they're really primed for these finals, and you can guarantee they're going to get 100% from me.
Good. It's good to hear you're motivated. Good to hear that our Gladiators are always motivated. It makes for a great competition. Good luck to both of you. Mike?
Well, I know all-out effort is the gospel that our Gladiators live by. They are ready. Stay hungry. Contenders, Stay healthy. Best of luck today in the competition. And Terrence Johnson, I know you're listening out there somewhere. Let's get busy. This is how our competition works on the American Gladiators. Our finalists, 2 men and 2 women, will compete against the Gladiators in 7 very different events. Now, the finalists who amass the most points in those 7 rigorous confrontations now automatically advance to the Grand Championship final. At stake over $150,000 in cash and prizes and some Major League bragging rights back home. We're ready now for our first event. Here's Larry Zonka with the explanation.
Well, Mike, it's not exactly jousting for dollars, but the joust is our first event in this final round of competition. And here a contender has 30 seconds to knock a gladiator off his platform in an attempt to earn 10 points. Up first is Scott Dieter, who has quietly worked his way into this final round after strong showings in the first 2 rounds.
Scott came from behind to defeat James Kiernan in the semifinals, but he's 0 for 3 in this event.
Oh, wow! What a lick he put on Laser! These guys are swinging for keeps.
Larry, Scott looks like a different man up there on the pedestal.
I tell you, there's stars being seen by both of these fellas. Well, they may be friends now, but they were mortal enemies a few moments ago.
Let's see, guys. There was a Die Hard 1, a Die Hard 2. I think you guys just made Die Hard 3. Neither of you guys would go, and Scott, this has to be a major victory for you. In the prelims, the quarters, the semis, your total time on the pedestal was less than 3 seconds. What was the difference?
I just got mad today. I got sick of being thrown off here and not giving any effort, and I just said I'm going for it. And I just started offense right away instead of getting hit in the face.
Nice to be offensive once in a while, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Scott Dieter, 5 points for the draw. And Laser, I'll tell you what, you guys were smacking so hard. There were some great wallops up there. The Richter scale needles at Caltech were moving, babe.
I felt it too. I just gave it all I got. I gave it that vertical butt, was my best shot, and he just wouldn't go down. He's good, boy. He's good.
That's what the finals are all about.
That's
Laser,
right, man.
Scott, congratulations.
Good job, man.
Great bout.
A surprise throughout this competition. Scott rises to the occasion again to take the early lead. Now it's his opponent's turn, Craig Branham, who has been the men's top seed for most of this men's competition, and he also enters with a 3-0 record. But like Scott, he hasn't really excelled in the joust.
On guard.
Laser out for some revenge and swings so hard he carries himself right off the platform.
Craig, cowboy old partner, you finally used your smarts up there.
Well, I was trying to go for first blow because it seems like every time I've tried to wait, I've gotten smashed. It's been too fast, so I tried to go for the first one. It looked like Laser waited for me a second to counter, but then I ducked his punch and came back, and I guess I got lucky.
Congratulations, you finally get 10 points in this event. First time, right?
Yeah.
Craig Branham.
Craig with a victory in the joust claims the early lead, but there's plenty of action ahead, including Powerball in the wall. But up next, it's the women's joust.
We are back. Universal Studios Hollywood, and the women's final round of competition is set to get underway. 31-year-old Deena Telley from Norman, Oklahoma is up first, undefeated after the first 3 rounds of competition. Deena advanced here with a narrow victory over the women's top seed, Nina Akai, in the semis. Her first task, however, to take down Ice.
Ice wastes no time letting Deena know she's in for trouble. She lands one right on the side of Deena's head, right after the whistle. Deena getting most of the brunt of the punishment, doing a good job maintaining her balance.
Deena definitely thinking defensively.
But she has lasted the duration, but she took a pounding doing it.
Deena, you're going to be the poster person for migraine headaches one of these days.
She just kept hitting me harder, and I think every one of them landed on my head. Every single one. This must be a dream, though. I never thought I'd stay up here with her, so I'm real happy.
You couldn't liquidate ice, and again, you and draws are becoming a common thing here.
I'm not going down, though. That's the thing. I'm not going down off this thing. You know, we want these girls to go home and remember us. Oh, no. We don't want them going home, the Gladiators aren't that tough. We want them to remember who we are.
The saying on your knee pad says it all. Can't melt this.
You bet.
Great match.
Deena's opponent is Dorann Cumberbatch of New York City, our women's top seed throughout most of the women's competition. And like ice, she has yet to lose in the joust.
Dorann plans to do a little defrosting with that pugil stick of hers, but it's ice on the offensive first. Dorann trying to land some kind of shot, but it's ice who's delivering most of the blows. Oh, ice with one final mighty swing almost sends Dorann flying, but Dorann manages to stay in there for a draw.
So both our gals last through furious battles with ice and are now tied after one event, while Craig over in the men's has the early lead as they get set to challenge Nitro, Thunder, and Gemini in Powerball.
All right, let's keep the tackles down, stay away from the head and the face area. If they don't have a ball, let them go to the opposite end unmolested. All right, gentlemen, let's have a good game.
And our 45-second contest of Powerball is brought to you by the Nintendo Entertainment System. Nintendo, now you're playing with power. And Scott Dieter not only will rely on skill, but plenty of fan support.
I owe a lot to them. They've just been, you know, I've been down. A lot of times I've been behind, and I'm down on myself, and I come out there, and they start chanting, and it just does something to me. It gets me mad inside. It makes me want to do well because I want to look good in front of them. And it's almost like I'm not proving it to myself, but I'm proving it to them that I can do well.
Our leader, Craig Branham, is also from Southern California, so his friends and family are here offering him some support also.
Well, Craig almost jumps the gun, stops just in time, and then blows by Thunder for an early goal.
Scott getting a little interference from Nitro, but scores as well. Craig picking up another point down at the far end, and does it to Nitro right here in front of us.
3 consecutive slam dunks by Craig. Well, he's got that move down.
Both these contenders are tough and just won't be denied.
No score. Nitro almost went head hunting, then corrected himself. No score, no score. Scott Dieter trying to get by Thunder, doesn't do it, and that is it. Craig the winner, 8-6.
Thunder and Gemini had some big action down at your end, some tough action. You two collided a couple times. There was some fundacious hits.
Yeah, Larry, you know, it was like I said before, the game is getting quicker and quicker, and you see the man come out and just take him down. I saw Gemini going after him. I just said, hey, take them all down. We'll all go down.
Hey, let me tell you something. In the course of my career in the NFL, I saw some people give some pretty nasty facial expressions. I looked down there at Gemini one time, and he was trying to take the ball away from one of the contenders. I wasn't sure. It looked like you might take it away and eat it.
Yeah, or either take part of him and eat it. I don't know. I was pretty frustrated. They got a lot of balls in this time, and it's kind of like a dagger in the Gladiator side every time they get one in.
You get a little angry and you put the face on. Put the face on him one time.
The Gemini face. Yeah.
Good job, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yes, but with his victory in Powerball, Craig increases his lead over Scott after 2 events. Our women are tied after 1 as they prepare to take on gold, lace, and diamond, also in the game of Powerball. And our leader, Dorann, has set the standard in this event. As a matter of fact, she told us earlier, high expectations are the norm for her.
Well, my gym teacher in high school used to tell me that I was too much of a perfectionist. And sometimes I expect perfection out of some people, but I do expect it from myself. And where I would expect someone to give me 100%, I would expect myself to give 110%.
Both in the classroom and also the playing field, the same can be said for Deena Telley.
You know, Mike, with Deena's background in rugby, you'd think she'd do very well at this, but so far, she hasn't really excelled. Although she scores one right off the bat there.
She must have heard your challenge, Larry.
And another. She's using a little carousel effect here, just circling the outside, dropping in at the corners. There's number 3.
Scores, incidentally, in the outer cylinders worth 2 points. The one in the center cylinder worth 4. Dorann just carried Diamond to the bucket there. Now the Gladiators getting a bit tougher defensively. But Deena reaches out over Lace to score. And then Deena over Diamond. And that is it. Deena wins it 10-4.
A good defensive job by Gold right here. She locks up Dorann and causes her to bounce the ball off the rim. Diamond, on the other hand, goes up against Deena, knocks the ball loose, but Deena comes back and shoves one in. So Deena outscores Dorann in Powerball and takes the women's lead in this final round. Still to come on American Gladiators. Hang tough. Our game of atmosphere, but the wall is up next.
Our final round of competition continues here at Universal Studios Hollywood. Next up, the wall. And our leader, Craig Branham, has told us that whether it's the rodeo or American Gladiators, his competitive side always comes out.
I've always been a competitor, and I guess I always will be. There's nothing that stirs my emotions in that place inside me that, that needs it like competition. It's the best. I think we got a lot of it out here.
And the wall really challenges him, Larry. He holds the record in this event, 24 seconds to the top. This time, Scott Dieter will be chased up the wall by Turbo.
And Craig's going to be facing the ever-dangerous Laser.
Ready? Scott in the red, Craig in the blue. Each contender given a 10-second head start.
Scott having a little trouble getting started. Craig, on the other hand, is shooting up the wall. Turbo's going to make short work of Scott. Pulls him right off the wall. Laser having trouble getting started. It won't matter anyway as Craig shoots up the wall and takes the 10 points.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Time. 22 seconds. You break your own record. You sure you don't have rocket boosters on the back of your rear end there?
I do, Mike. I do have one. I don't know. This wall is really exciting, and they've seemed to pair me up with Laser every time. And that guy is just so fast, too. He's had me by the shoestrings a time or two, and so that builds a little fire in your bottom, if you know what I mean.
You've been setting standards that no one's been able to set. Once again, 22 seconds, a brand new record on the wall in the American Gladiators. Craig Branham, ladies and gentlemen, terrific job.
A new record and 10 points for the smiling cowboy Craig on the wall, and as a result, he increases his lead over Scott. Deena leading Dorann as the women take to the wall. And in this event, Deena finds herself pitted against Blaze, while Dorann is going to be challenged by Ice.
Both Ice and Blaze have had some success pulling contenders off the wall, but Deena and Dorann especially, two of the very best in this event. Both women looking for the right line.
Blaze very close.
Has a hold of Deena's ankle.
Deena not letting go. She's hanging on.
So is Dorann. Look at this. in a bit of trouble, but she'll make it.
Dorann up, Deena holding on.
This now becomes a matter of will, and the will belongs to Blaze. So with her victory on the wall, Dorann reclaims the women's lead after 3 events.
In the men's final, Craig holds a comfortable margin over Scott as they prepare to take to the skies for Hang Tough. And here, a contender has 60 seconds to swing from his platform to the Gladiators for 10 points. If he can last the entire 60 seconds on the silver rings, it'll be worth 5 points and 7 points for making it to the far red rings.
And like the wall when he drew laser, Craig Branham has drawn Turbo, the toughest gladiator in this event, Hang Tough. Craig, one of the few contenders to make it all the way across to earn the 10 points.
And Turbo's more than remotely aware of that. He'd like to take Craig down.
Craig once again taking that outside line, but missed one of the rings he intended to grab. Every time Craig makes a move, Turbo manages to cut him off.
Game of chess, Mike. He gets right over there and checks him at the point.
Craig realizes he's got one last chance to make it towards that, and those rings, they're not cooperating.
Well, he's trying to get over to that blue ring. He's not going to make it.
But he does make it to the silver section of rings and goes the distance for 5 points. Craig Branham.
He's all mine. You're going down, Dieter. You're going down.
Ready? Turbo is chalked up to get a better grip on the ring. So has Scott, and they're on their way. Well, Turbo's a perfect illustration of how you need to finesse these rings. Scott kind of muscles it and gets hung up and stops his momentum. Turbo makes up a lot of ground, and he's reached Scott. Now he's going to try to pull him off.
No clothing. Let go. Let go. Let go of the clothing.
Referee Larry Thompson telling Turbo, no clothing. And Scott goes off.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Turbo lives up to his word. Dieter goes down. Scott appears to be in a little trouble long before Turbo even gets to him. He's got both hands on one ring. Turbo, in the meantime, just clawing and grabbing, scratching at anything he can get. Doesn't pull him off, but really causes him to drop. Craig survives Hang Tough and increases his lead in the men's final. Still to come on American Gladiators. Atmosphere. Then the game of assault, but women's Hang Tough is up next.
Our final round of American Gladiators continues here as the women get set for Hang Tough. Dorann with a 4-point lead over Deena Telley. And up first is Dorann, and Larry, this is the way it should be. The best against the best. The best of the contenders, Dorann, who has made it over a couple of times, versus Diamond, who always seems to pull the contenders down.
Ready?
Diamond looking forward to this contest. She's aware of the fact that Durant's made it across before. Diamond close, Dorann making a little bit of a move. If she connects, and she has.
She actually let Diamond make the mistake. Wow. That took her all of, what, 27 seconds?
This has got to be a record.
Diamond was able to get the better of you in the semifinal round, but today it was no contest.
Well, I knew she was good, so I knew I had to be that much better. I knew I had to get my swings in and just had to be faster than her.
Okay, in the finals in this event, Dorann, you were better than Diamond. Congratulations, you get 10 points, and you made it look easy. Way to go.
Deena's up next, and she told us how competing here has not only bolstered other people's belief in her, but also how it's helped her own self-confidence.
My fiance, when he saw me, he goes, you know, I never knew you were that tough. And when he saw me in the second round, to just keep going and to keep getting up, because one time I got hit in Powerball pretty hard and he thought I was knocked out. He goes, you just got back up. And I don't even remember it now, but I think that's just, I'm scared a lot of the time. You know, when people go, oh, you're so brave, or you just keep going, I said, well, I thought I was just scared. And I guess you just get over it, and I feel a lot better for doing that. I've conquered a lot of my fears here, especially my fear of heights.
And as we have heard from many other contenders, fear a great motivator. Deena not too bad in this event either. She too has made it across to the Gladiators platform.
Diamond a little more aggressive, perhaps. Trying to close in on Deena.
Deena missed that ring that seemed to throw her rhythm off.
Diamond's close at hand, swinging around in kind of large circles. No. She's got the vice ready. Look at that killer look on her face.
She extends those legs. She's like the Venus flytrap.
If she gets a hold of Deena, it's going to be all over. One arm. Oh, wait a minute. Roles are reversed here.
Well, she hangs on. Deena made it to the middle section of the rings and hangs on and earns 5 points.
Well, both women score and hang tough, but Dorann's ability to swing across increases her lead after 4 events. And over in our men's final, Craig Branham leads Scott Dieter as they now prepare to load in for Atmosphere. And here both contenders compete simultaneously in an effort to score in one of 4 pods worth 3 points each. Of course, at the same time, we have 2 gladiators. They're going to be rolling around in Atmospheres of their own, trying to keep those contenders out of scoring.
And Scott Dieter is really in the finals because of this event. You might remember in the semis, he trailed James Kieran and then exploded for 12 points to put himself back in the hunt.
Good day at the office.
Laser appears ready.
And also another day at the office for Turbo as well. Big man with a big job.
Craig Branham loading in.
Atmosphere is brought to you by Twix Cookie Bars. One of life's great kicks, Twix.
Ready red, ready blue, gladiators ready, spotters ready.
And this being the finals, you can expect some of the collisions to be a little more intense. Cowboy's got it on the edge, he's got it in, and he keeps it there.
Scott rolls in, but upside down.
Thank goodness there's no style points here, Larry.
Scott picks up another score. Laser doing a good job defending Craig as we see Scott roll in again.
Boy, he owns this event.
Turbo's got Scott locked up right next to the scoring pod. Craig just trying to find a place to roll in.
He finally gave Scott credit for that last goal. And he wins Atmosphere 12-3. Scott Dieter, you certainly haven't heard the fat ladies sing yet. I know it's not over for you, especially when it comes to Atmosphere. which all of a sudden is your specialty.
Yeah, it's been my comeback event. I used this in the semifinals to spring my comeback, and hopefully I can use it again and keep getting some more points. I'm not ready to pack my bags yet.
All right, Scott Dieter's making it close now with Craig Branham.
Well, he sure is, Mike. With his win in Atmosphere, Scott cuts into Craig's lead and now only trails by 13 points. Dorann holds a slight lead over Deena as the women load in for Atmosphere.
Lace buckling her helmet, now Ice steps in.
Ready red. Ready blue.
Both our contenders
Ready,
are
ready.
loaded in.
Spotters ready.
Remember, Deena trails by 9. But it's Dorann who scores first.
Rock it again.
Deena having a little trouble getting any momentum going. Dorann's very close to another score. Says no, I'm blocked, but I'm going downfield. And settles right in.
Rocking back and forth, she's got it out. Looking for another chance to score. Ice says nothing doing there. Well, just as time expired, Deena Telley got on the scoreboard. The final Dorann 6, Deena 3.
With her win in Atmosphere, Dorann increases her lead over Deena now after 5 events. Still to come on American Gladiators, our final round is the Eliminator. But Assault is up next.
We are back, Universal Studios Hollywood, and Assault is the name of the game, where contenders have 60 seconds to hit a target using a crossbow, a rocket launcher, a cannon, a pistol, and finally 3 softballs. A contender may also earn 4 points for completing the course without getting hit.
Well, Mike, Craig leads Scott coming into this event, but Scott's up first, and he's going to try to cut into Craig's lead, just like he did in Atmosphere.
Ready.
Got just a little off with a rocket launcher. No, he's on with a cannon, but unfortunately not the bullseye. He was trying to take out Nitro.
He might have taken his tennis cannon out of commission. Well, Scott Dieter has been here before. A lot of time. Nitro's gun is malfunctioned.
Oh.
Scott's got a chance to creep across the finish line. Oh, he's done it with 4 seconds left. 4 points for Scott Dieter.
Great job by Scott, right under the gun. Picks up those points, and now Craig's ready to run through the course.
Craig's lead, incidentally, has now been chopped to 9 points. Nitro not letting him breathe. The whistle blows. One of our spotters has said that Craig was hit. Let's watch.
Keep your eye on Craig's right elbow pad. The tennis ball catches him right on the pad. That's why he doesn't feel it. So Scott wins Assault and continues to cut in on Craig's lead. And I'm sure that Deena would like to do the same to Dorann's lead in our women's final, and she'll get her chance in Assault against Gold.
The Golden One exchanging a few challenges with Deena. Just a few seconds, they're going to exchange ammunition.
Deena giving a couple of head fakes.
It's that awkward left-handed style. And Deena never had a chance to make it to that second safe zone. It's tough enough to dodge one tennis ball. Watch here. Gold's cannon fires two. And Deena can't duck both of them.
Gold now getting ready to take Dorann on.
Whoa. That's about as close as Dorann has come in this event. Not one of her specialties. And we've got a whistle.
Early celebration by Gold. Dorann can see the ball coming, but just can't quite get out of its way. So Gold shuts out the women in assault. Dorann maintaining her lead over Deena with one event remaining. The Eliminator to determine which contender goes to the Grand Championship.
The Eliminator, our final event here on American Gladiators, and it will determine which contenders will advance to next week's Grand Championship. Dorann leads Deena by 12 points, meaning that Deena will have to win this event by 6 seconds in order to advance. Winner moves on with $10,000. Loser goes home with $5 grand.
And the women have 75 seconds in which to finish the course. With each second left on the clock worth 2 points. And don't forget, penalty points are subtracted for each fall on the course.
Dorann the first to cross on the hand bite. Ooh, big swing from Lace there. Oh, and down goes Deena. Wow, she took a shot from that blocking pad.
Deena got blown off that balance beam. Feet up in the air, head down, landed on the mat. She's regained it, but she's lagged far behind.
So in other words, a Gladiator would have to tackle and sit on Dorann for about 30 seconds before Deena could win this thing.
Dorann slides right by and breezes across the finish line. Deena coming off the zip line. Those penalty points on top of everything else. She does well to finish. And Blaze cutting her no slack and makes it tough.
Deena Telley, you played rugby at the University of Oklahoma. You were a real boomer sooner in this whole event. I think the Eliminator final typified your whole performance here. You took more shots than any contender I ever saw, yet by the same token, you got up more times and won more times than any contender I ever saw.
Yeah, I don't mind taking shots. She got me on the beam this time, but that's okay. I was going to finish. I had a really good time, so I'm happy. I'm very happy.
You have every reason to be happy, and here's 5,000 more reasons.
Yeah.
Runner-up prize money, $5,000. Deena Telley, congratulations. Well, kiddo, I know that at times it was difficult for you here because unlike some of the other contenders who had built-in rooting sections, your family was back in Bermuda. Many of your friends, most of your friends, if not all of your friends, were back in New York, and at times I'm sure you wanted to just kind of not win rather than be in the winner's circle. But I want to tell you right now that everybody in this audience here and all the Gladiators are happy for you because you are one of the most terrific athletes we've ever seen. Congratulations. What are you going to do with the $10,000?
I didn't know yet. Probably spend it on something.
Dorann Cumberbatch, congratulations. Terrific champion.
So Dorann will advance to the Grand Championship where she'll face Maria Nickteen. And over in the men's division, Craig has the current edge, but Scott's been closing in. He's trimmed a 22-point deficit to only 9 points, and to advance, he only has to beat Craig by 4.5 seconds.
And not that they'll need it, but the men have 60 seconds to complete the Eliminator course. Oh, and look at Craig Branham Motors. So is Scott. And now Scott is taking the lead.
Craig with that sudden burst of energy pulls head to head.
And now he's regained the lead. It seems like every time another contender has Craig down, he seems to draw on some kind of inner reserve.
Tell you what, it really lights his rocket as he comes through the gate.
Blowing past Nitro. He's going on to the Grand Championship. What a great effort by Scott Dieter.
And a man that's really tuckered out. Both of them went all out in this Eliminator competition. Scott Dieter, you had a 9-point obstacle to overcome.
I'm going to tell you something. You've been competing just all out all day long. Of course, you didn't overcome the obstacle, but I'll tell you what, you've earned the respect of everyone watching this show.
That's great because coming into this final, I knew Craig was going to be real tough. I just wanted to stay close. I felt I owed that to all the people that I met before who really gave their best effort, so I felt like I was kind of representing them. And I just went all out, and I hurt all over.
Congratulations on your winnings, $5,000. It was a pleasure to watch you perform.
Cowboy, Craig walked away with it, man.
You've worn many different hats. We call you the cowboy, of course, because of your childhood out in Tombstone, growing up on the ranch. You've worn other hats. You've been a male model around the world, Paris, all over the world. And now, finally, here at American Gladiators, you're testing your athletic powers, and you've come through with flying colors.
Well, thank you, Larry. I did the best I could, you know, and it was, you doubt, I mean, as confident as you are, always self-doubt creeps in, and it's really tough to overcome that sometimes. But I want to say one thing. I've got the best friends and neighbors and family, and I really appreciate them coming.
You've had fan support all day long, and they're talking to you now. Greg, great job. You've got 10,000 other reasons to be happy, too. Congratulations on the check, and welcome to the championship final. There you go, Greg. Good luck. Ladies and gentlemen, how about a round of applause for our champion here, Greg Branham.
Zap is back. The electrifying Gladiator returns on the new season of American Gladiators, along with more new games and more hot action than ever before. You won't want to miss the debut of Swing Shot, a high-flying, bungee-jumping slam dance in midair. Or The Maze, a bigger-than-life labyrinth filled with twists, turns, dead ends, and hungry gladiators. It all starts the weekend of September 7th, right here on American Gladiators.